feel like your PTE scores are inconsistent, one day you feel very confident, but the next day you are not sure what went wrong. Trust me, you are not the only one. That's why we have created PTE in Minutes with PTE Magic 30-day challenge to help you with PTE misconception, set clear goals, as well as master basic skills you need in order to crack 65 plus in PTE reading and speaking. It's time to stop doubting yourself and start taking actions. Together we will tackle your pain points, so let's get started. Let's talk about PTE scoring. It's actually not just about your English skills. Let me explain. So PTE uses AI to grade your test. So it checks different questions, different tasks based on specific criteria. For speaking tasks, there are 3 key things: fluency, pronunciation, and content relevance. The PTE exam is not like traditional exams, and here's why. It's marked by AI. But since the 4th of November 2024, Pearson introduced an important change. Now PTE includes both AI and human scoring for some questions like describe image and retell lecture. I have already made a video explaining this in details, but let's take a quick look at it again to make sure that you are up to date, especially if you are new to PTE or taking the test for the first time. Attention, breaking news for all PTE test takers. Pearson is updating the scoring process and specifically for 2 question types, describe image and retell lecture. As per their update from the 4th of November 2024, the content aspect of describe image and retell lecture will also be checked by a human expert. So it's not just scored by a machine, by AI, but you will also be checked by a human expert. To be more specific, what they want to see and what they want to check is whether your response is original. So do you use your own words or are you using a template? They also mention here that the scoring system can actually detect a template usage, which is why a human examiner will be involved. I actually also found another report from Pearson. In this report, they essentially provided a few templates example. So if you're looking at this one, I have a beautiful picture in front of me. I have 40 seconds to talk about this picture. Let me have a closer look. Upon having a closer look, I can see colors, shapes, numbers. I can see color, I can see color, I can see number, I can see number. Overall, the picture is very informative. So Pearson actually detected this one, and in this report, they have provided a few other examples too. Will the other question types be affected too? The answer is no. Only 2 question types, describe image and retell lecture, and only the content element of these 2 question types. My personal recommendation for all of you is, firstly, do not panic, and secondly, have a look at your templates again if you are using one. Does it make sense? Is it meaningful? And maybe you have to make it more original. Now, with this combination of AI and human marking, it's very important for you to understand specific criteria that they use when checking your responses. You need to remember 3 key things that Pearson used when checking your responses: fluency, pronunciation, and content relevance. Here's what PTE focuses on when checking your speaking. First, fluency. You don't need to speak like a native speaker, but instead focus on speaking naturally without fillers or unnecessary pauses. You should not speak too quickly, but also not too slowly. Next, pronunciation. Again, you don't need a perfect accent, but the words you say have to be clear enough for the AI to understand you and to recognize them accurately. And finally, content relevance. Your responses have to be on topic and with the right keywords. With the new scoring system, I believe that using templates might actually affect your scores, so please be very careful. By keeping all these 3 factors in mind, you'll be better prepared to meet the test expectation and to boost your speaking score. Your scores are not calculated separately. Everything is connected. Let me break it down. In tasks like repeat sentence, you are not tested only on speaking. You should be able to listen, process, and reproduce information accurately. So it means you also get listening points. This is why you can't just focus on one skill. Balancing your practice across all skills is the key to success in PTE exam. And let's not forget about different question types. Not all questions will contribute equally to your score. For example, multiple choice questions in reading and listening might not add as much. However, tasks like fill in the blanks and repeat sentence make a huge difference. So depending on your target score, you should focus on tasks which will help you reach your goal. But it doesn't mean that you should skip practicing other tasks. So knowing these hidden rules can give you a huge advantage. But the real question is, how do you put all this knowledge into practice? Let's dive into that. If this is your first time taking the test, you might fall into some common traps. So let's talk about those and how to avoid them. Mistake number 1, thinking you need a perfect English. Many students believe that they need complex vocabulary or sound like native speakers in order to score well. But that's not the case. The PTE AI is not evaluating you based on your vocabulary complexity. Instead, it focuses on clarity and fluency. So try to speak clearly and confidently to achieve your best scores. Another big mistake, focusing way too much time on tasks with low score distribution like multiple choice question or select missing word. While these tasks are still important, they don't carry as much weight in your final score. So instead, please develop a smart strategy. So try to complete these questions quickly, then focus your time and energy on higher impact questions like repeat sentence or fill in the blanks, because it will make a huge difference. Now that you know the scoring system and some common mistakes, let's take a look at how you can structure your study routine to A65 plus in PTE. Start by focusing on speaking and reading, because these two skills will have the biggest influence on your overall score. But the good news is that they improve faster if you practice in the right way. In speaking, have the right speaking speed and clear pronunciation in order for the AI to understand you. In reading, focus more on tasks like filling the blanks and reorder paragraph because they carry more weight. Mastering these tasks will boost your overall score. Set realistic goals for each skill. For example, in the first 2 weeks, aim for 20 out of 30 speaking by practicing more described image questions. And for reading, aim for 12 out of 20 by practicing more fill in the blanks questions. Finally, get familiar with the exam structure and questions by practicing with our PTE Magic mock test and question bank on our platform ptemagic.com. The more you practice with the realistic examples, the less stress you will be on the test day. So to wrap up, remember these 4 key points. First, understand the hidden rules behind the scoring system. Number 2, focus on high impact questions in reading and speaking. Number 3, set realistic goals to keep yourself on track. And number 4, know the exam structure to build confidence. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, please click the thumbs up button and subscribe so that you don't miss out on our 30-day challenge on how to crack 65 plus in PTE reading and speaking. Stay tuned because our brand new video, how to stop getting stuck on PTE reading questions, drops in just 2 days. Let's crush PTE together.